An item with the chameleon trait lets you turn invisible and essentially while you're hidden, steal everything in a store. Even right next to the owner. I'm hidden here right now. Boop, 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 boop. Hello, sir. It's me, Mario. You can trade gear with your companions, but there's a trick to it. You can actually give them absolutely mental weapons. Let's steal everything she owns first. Now, the main important thing is that your companion only needs 1 ammo and then has unlimited ammo. For example, I get the Reckless Bombardment. That's a grenade launcher which uses 40mm explosive, just like the Hitman Calibrated Bridger, which is absolutely insane, by the way. As you can see, in total, I only have 8 4mm explosives. Just give her one of those, an amazing helmet. And yes, they can also get your Mantis pack if you like. Now, you don't have just a companion. You essentially have the Terminator going on, shooting grenades at everyone. Go, Andrea, you can do it. She's not really precise with that one. Oh, but she definitely packs a punch, especially in these space station environments. And yes, before you ask, you could give her the Revenant, the absolute mental thing that just burns through your ammo left and right. And she won't use any ammunition. Just don't forget to give her that one single one. As a little bonus, if you do hand them a grenade, the same thing happens as with ammo. They get unlimited grenades, but they threw it in the worst moments sometimes, so be a little more cautious with that one. While modifying your chip, if you want to add anything, hover over the port where you want to add something, press the attach button, G in my case, and then you can straight up have the thing attached where you want it to go. Now, if you want to move it up or down to align it to a different level, you select the object, and then with F and R, you can change the height of the object to go here, one lower again, or even one lower to this level. Obviously, you can just hover it around and hope it snaps on, but I want it up here, so I press R to go one higher, and then I can perfectly align it back there. Talking about ships, very early on, you want to pick the piloting skill, and that is actually straight up start with it as the beginning trait. This is a C tier ship I randomly met in front of a planet. And only because my piloting skill was up early, I could actually steal this. And yes, on a C tier ship, you can finally add also all the C tier components. Asteroids in space can simply be mined. Choose the smaller ones. Shoot them, and well, there you go, 4 iron. And that straight up goes into your ship inventory. Talking about mining, if you have your cutter out and you hold your right mouse button, you instantly get the resources. Instead of spending your time holding away at it, just have your right mouse button hold and then boop, boop, boop. Go super fast. Weapons have tiers. They come microgun, standard if you just see the name. And there's calibrated and modified. And there's calibrated and modified. The final level that always has the most damage is going to be advanced. For example, there's a modified refined old earth hunting rifle with 102, but there's also an advanced hunting rifle which straight up has 113 damage. Obviously, this one has a good amount of damage because it says armor piercing rounds, which higher the damage. Now with mods, you can obviously make the damage higher, but you can never change a weapon from a normal lawgiver into an advanced lawgiver. Stop looting all the unnamed items, just loot advanced, modified, calibrated, and these are the ones you want to then mod up to be insane. Always carry bonus equipment for certain situations. I always have 2 helmets with me. That's my Headhunter Varun helmet, which gives me 25% bonus damage on the next attack after hitting a target's head. Double shot. I always have my Calibrated Space Trucker's helmet with me, which gives me Resource Hauler. Resource weigh 25% less. No matter if you have one of these in blue, epic, or legendary, you want to have a Resource Hauler with you that if you're encumbered a lot, you can just pick this up, boom, and take bonus things with you. Same goes for my suit. I have a fighting suit, and then I have my Heidi suit where blend environment while sneaking and not moving. Helps for stealth missions, but also helps to rob every single store in existence, and for using your theft skill because you can essentially just in broad daylight vanish and it counts as hidden and you just steal their stuff. One of the most important skills to pick early is weightlifting because end of the day increases the total carrying capacity by 100 kilograms, gain 50% resistance to stagger. And it starts with 10, 25, 50, 100. And you essentially have to run around encumbered to then be able to go for the next stage of this. Get this early to just be able to loot more, sell more, have more fun. If you struggle with space early, you can add cargo holds to any ship. We select here all 4 landing drives on the Frontier standard ship. Hover over, press G, Add 2 Damis Hull A, and then copy that, add another one. And right here on the bottom, we can just slap bonus cargo, and then pull these 2 back here. And the same on the other side. Select, copy, pull over, hover under, G, ballast, and ballast. Now pull the landing gear back in. Boink. And last but not least, we need to, well, add a little bit bigger grav drive to be able to jump, which is quite simple because this one has a shitty one with a 13 thrust. We just delete this out, hover, G. I can already add one with 20 or 23 thrust easily. Boop. Now, obviously, this one will be a little bit less wieldy, but you just upgraded your storage capacity by another 1,000 on the starter ship to carry all the resources. Crouching and then shooting people gives you insane sneak attack damage, 2.3 times damage. Pair that together with stealth for another 10, 15, 20% sneak attack bonus damage, and a rifle with high one-tap damage, like my Logger here with 251. And you can just take people out like there's no tomorrow. There's 500, 400, and another 778. Also, I know we love looting everything and picking up all the unnecessary things, but if you scan over them, it says screwdriver, hammer, not needed, miscellaneous items. Here it says common organic resource. That's how you would differentiate between the ones you need and the ones you can really leave behind. Stop taking 400 coffee mugs. My ship will thank you because it's full of coffee mugs. Now, one thing the game really never tells you is how to actually sell a ship. Because in the modify menu, you can't really do anything about selling. So you gotta go, let me see what ships you have for sale, and then press the sell button. In my case, it's R. So you can go through your ships and finally get rid of them. Annoying, I know. If you're constantly low on ammo, you can obviously go to a vendor, but vendors only have a limited quantity. So I'm buying like this 43 Me array, and those 50 caliber caseless come in very handy later. Now 360 gone, right? 50 Me array. What you do is you sit down and you essentially wait for 24 hours. This is the perfect time for your toilet break. Now let this run down, go upstairs, wash your face, get another coffee, and then go back to the vendor. And all the ammunition, digipicks, everything the vendor has will be restocked. Me array, back in stock. Even more, it was 360, now it's 380. Works for any vendor throughout the galaxy for whatever you really want to buy. 2 things the lodge providers you might not be aware of. You can go down here with the lodge key, and then open this one as well. And here's the secret Batcave that is full of research lab, industrial workbench, spacesuit workbench, weapon workbench, and yes, even the Constellation mission board gives quite a lot of credits throughout the galaxy. Also, in one of the back rooms where the Mona Lisa is waiting for you, you have a master log with a spacesuit that has 124 defensive value, so as good as the Mantis one. This is very good for one of your companions. That's not the only thing though. Second thing I mentioned, right? Heading upstairs and then down the main floor to your room. There is unlimited storage. Yes, you go here, there's your safe, and you can transfer anything you want here, and there's no moss. I recommend instead of doing that to get yourself the Star Eagle very early. Link in the description below. Now, as the last little tip for ship farm, you can land on moons, any moon to be honest, on any planet. And for some reason, moons are being heavily frequented by random ships. I landed on the Earth moon, and yes, that's where I picked up quite a lot of A tier, but also a B tier ship. They just land there, you run up to them, and if you have the skill to pilot it, you just steal them. Done, one, and done. Super fun. Ladies and gentlemen, any other tip you feel like sharing, put it in the comments below. And if you're now looking for skills and trades, check this video, or rather how to build your first ship with the best reactor available and around 3,000 cargo. Enjoy.